Used to be a lonely place up here, but it's not so bad anymore. I'd like especially to thank Helena, Fairy Princeton, CDT, Jesper, I Like Rocks Like a Lot, and Sky for your support on Patreon. It means the world to us that you listen to our tale and that you help it continue. Again, we thank you. Have you heard about the trains? What? The cost of tickets down to somewhere are being cut. 30% from what I've last heard. Sounds like the Good Love Brenna deal is going well. They're expanding their lines down there, aren't they? Yeah, construction's already started. Well, who needs the Dawn Shepherds, I guess? Have you heard the Cliburn crew is sponsored by the devil? What the hell, aren't they criminals? Not anymore, I guess. I didn't know they were still around. Have you heard about Sterling? It's terrible, isn't it? I don't see how someone like that could be kidnapped. I heard he ran off. I heard he nearly killed one of his healers. He what? I heard he turned on them. You believe everything you hear. Sometimes it's the truth. And Jacques heads off to bed. To sleep or not to sleep, depending on who you ask. And you all have a quiet night here. Throughout the whole night there is a watch, but nothing particularly frightening occurs outside the doors of the instrument shop, and morning arrives without much more incident.
I will tend the beans during my morning meditations. Hello.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes, yes.
Do you all have names? Is there something you would like to be called? You don't have to answer now, you could think about it amongst yourselves. Okay. I will put them in the windowsill to get some morning sun. Okay. Dear Rowan, we are parents. There are 5 of them. I'm not casting sending, I'm just practicing. And we're wanted criminals, so...
Just like,
What did you say?
I said just like you.
Yeah.
Early in the morning, I think Kian will summon Marigold and immediately apologize for interrupting her night out on the town. Everything was well.
She has 16 pigeon girlfriends.
Yeah, you summon her and a flock of pigeons. You glance out the window and bopping around on the sidewalk and up on the eaves of the building across the street. Maybe 20 pigeon-sized flock out there.
Oh my god. She's got game.
She sort of shrugs her wing and bats her eyes at you.
Wow.
And she hops up on your shoulder.
So, we're sneaking in?
Yeah, I think that would be ideal. So we don't get kicked out or arrested at the gates.
Do you think, well, can we use magic to do it? Or are there wards and such on the Phoenix grounds?
You tell me, Dad. What do I know about the security? I know things might have changed, but...
There are, of course, guards stationed around just the outside of the grounds themselves, as well as in front of Navane's quarters, specifically. Alarm spells set up at the entrances and at weaker lower points in the wall as well. That's pretty much the extent of it, as far as you know.
Okay. I think there is a hole in one of the walls that we could try to access the grounds with, but it's a good distance away from Navane's office.
Are you guys having this conversation with Jalen and Dimitri in the room?
I mean,
Sure,
I
that makes
think-
it easy.
Well, then you are having this conversation with eggs, bacon, toast with like a huckleberry jam, and black tea.
Yes.
I highly suspect that they would have some wards against scrying, but I could try to look in right now. If we think that would be helpful.
If you want to, I don't want to leave you without magic on our way in, but...
Even if I did it now.
Could
Still
also
need him.
alert them to who's coming if they notice.
Well, it wouldn't alert them to who, unless they have some crazy fucking magic. Because I don't think it doesn't do that.
Navane.
But, I mean, they also, at this point, don't have reason to believe that we're here in Dawning. So,
Yeah, that would be ridiculous and stupid.
Or would be.
Dalen clears his throat, trying to break into the conversation. I suspect that attempts to scry will likely not work if they're within the grounds. But if you're just looking for a time when they're away, we do know their schedule.
do they leave the grounds at all?
They don't often leave the grounds. No, they do leave their office. So
Through
to
the
remind you
window.
kind of what the layout of the grounds are, it's sort of 3 tiers, and they are at the 3rd tier, sort of high up on the mountainside that the grounds are built into, and it is fairly isolated from the rest of the grounds, but it is the only place that's heavily guarded. And of course, the Phoenix Fire has clear view into their room.
Well, since you know Navane's schedule, is there some place they regularly visit that would both make for a good, I don't know, impromptu meeting point that is not as guarded perhaps as their office, but also not, public?
Typically, if they're out of their office, it's because they're around other people, overseeing training or having some sort of meeting, something like that. I do think if you're hoping to surprise them or speak to them one-on-one, or 5-7 on however many of you on one, then, well, I think the office may be your only choice.
Want to be quieter too. Getting there is the hard part, but once we're in.
And honestly, if we have to alert the guard at their office, that's different than being escorted through the entire grounds with an entourage of guards. Still kind of a surprise.
Yeah. I mean, I did it as myself. It might be a bit more heavily guarded now, but we could do it.
Well, we've got disguises, we've got the cloaks. I've got invisibility for one person.
I can be small.
Yeah, you can.
Like a small person or a creature?
Like a
King
little
turns
bug.
into a little bat.
Oh, can you turn
Everybody-
back this time?
Everybody knows in this. Yeah, everybody. I mean, Rock maybe does it, but I think the Jacques putting it together, maybe.
Do you want to insight check Jacques? Who's been notably quiet this morning?
He's Pikachu facing at you.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta wait. Not 20 on the first roll.
People can turn into creatures. Like, that's a thing people can do. So it's not like someone would see someone turn into a creature and be like, what is this? It's just like, oh, that's impressive magic. But I think you do see, like, he watches you turn into a bat, and there's, like, no really new expression on his face, and then his eyes narrow a few seconds later as you flit around the room, and he looks back down to his tea and his empty plate that was never full in the first place, and you think maybe he's connecting some dots. Yes.
Can you turn back this time?
Squeak, squeak.
Oh god. We're losing him.
19.
Poof.
Oh, that could help.
At least for the grounds part.
I suppose the question is, do we want to try to get him completely undetected, or more of a covert detection? Like people see us, but they don't see us.
We could pose as students. On the grounds.
Would that work in my case? I mean, I know we have the whole cloak situation, but I'm worried the degree to which it will hold up if anything has to, I don't know, take longer. Or if I had to speak. Doesn't disguise my voice.
Wait, I think we're overcomplicating things. 'Cause if we go in through the hole in the wall, we're just trying to get to their office and then letting those disguises fall, right?
If they can get us closest, then we do that. But if they fall while we're in the tower, then fight our way through.
I mean, we don't honestly have all that much to lose if our disguises do fall. We just lose this aspect of surprise, right? Unless they try to, like, accuse us of
Kidnapping, one of
something
their
else.
most important
But
features.
that's also probably gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
But who kidnaps someone and then immediately goes back to the site of the kidnapping to try to sneak into it to stand in the hallway?
We've definitely done things like that before.
The thing is, all we have to do is make sure we get Navain's attention and not the guards' attention. So I think getting to their office when they're there, even if a guard happens to see us,
At that point, we simply ask to speak to them.
Or sneaking in is the best option.
I would prefer that to going out in the street and shouting, "Hey, somebody arrest me, I'm Virgil Flores." That actually sounds like shit.
You don't have to do it.
I'd say the only risk of that plan, Mr. Goodlove, is there is a chance that you will be separated. Dimitri sighs heavily and leans back. Listen, all you need to do, you sneak in through your way that you have, yes?
Yes.
We can get you uniforms of some of the students there if you want to have something beneath your cloak to help with your disguise. You get to their office. There are 5 of you. There is 1 guard. They're going to be strong, but seems like you can handle yourselves. And you make your way up the stairs.
That's where we draw the line.
What?
Sorry.
it's easy. I think it's not like we haven't used magic to get through 1 guard before.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
If I may ask, would you... You can say no, but would you mind looking after Delilah while we do our sneaking? She's sometimes sneakier than me, but it's a little easier. She's not a familiar.
They both look at her, and what's she doing right now?
She's sitting at Henry's feet, interested specifically in the bacon on people's breakfasts.
I think Ox has been sneaking little pieces to her every once in a while.
You're why she's like
This
this.
I was going to say, this is why she's interested in the bacon. For Ox's bacon.
They both smile. They look at her, and Dalen looks back to you. Of course. I think that's probably a good idea.
And Henry, if you don't want Navain to know about that, and he sort of points at Henry's necklace, you should tuck that away, and maybe we should cover up the stripe on your horn.
I suppose so.
It's okay if you want them to know, it's just, it will be obvious.
Well, I don't know. What's the consequence of them knowing? Do you know?
Well, if they have us thrown in prison and decide, fuck it, I'm not going to help you, there's a lot they could do with you. And your soul sentences out in the open.
Also, it does implicate the people who helped you do that. Or that there were people that helped you do that.
Not necessarily, they could always blame me, but
No, it implicates us. I mean, it could be traced back.
I've got a makeup kit.
But in the event that we're captured, they're going to find out anyways.
That is likely.
so let's make a convincing case.
Exactly. I'd kind of prefer not to hide it.
What are Dalen and Dimitri's faces doing?
it's all of them.
Do you want to insight check them?
Sure.
I'm making you insight check them because they have been sort of closed off for this conversation. They're here, of course they're like putting in when they have something hopeful to say, but an 8.
Here, I'm gonna try an unnatural one.
Excellent. They seem calm. I mean, they're eating their breakfast, drinking their tea, but what their opinion is, you can't say. Virgil.
Yeah.
Dalen has that same constant sort of soft smile that he has. Unknowable. Dimitri, you see some, maybe almost reminds you of Ox a little bit. There's like a jitteriness to him.
Yeah.
A slightly restrained jitteriness to him. You can tell he's very nervous about all of this. But it doesn't seem to increase or sharpen with this conversation. It seems like he doesn't really feel like it makes a difference what Henry decides to do.
Listen, maybe it's strange, but the idea that their blackmail, lording over me, could be more self-targeted seems like a benefit from my standpoint. Because there are still people within Dawning to whom I am personally connected that could otherwise suffer the consequences for that. You know what I mean?
I don't think that I do, Neil.
I
I don't think that I followed you. I'm so sorry.
Sensing the room's hesitation, not just above table, Henry makes a continuation sort of gesture with his hands, and the last time we had a conversation they threatened my parents.
Right. Yeah, they like to do that. I'm worried about you, first and foremost, that they will threaten you. And if this is something that we hide and they have to try and then find out, that is easier to cover up. They don't know that you wear your soul around your neck, and that is a boon. You don't want them to take it.
I was thinking more of the horn stripe, but I'm less like to cover. Just seems very valuable.
If you insist.
For all they know, I got struck by lightning or something, I don't know.
I don't think that's what lightning does.
Maybe it's fashion choice.
Okay.
I got jealous of yours.
That is believable, actually.
Okay. Thank you so much for your hospitality. Do you know at what time of day Nivane will be holed up in their office?
They should be there. Well, you're planning to leave as soon as possible.
Yes. Definitely.
Excellent. They should be there until, I believe it is, and Dimitri looks to Dalen. Is it 11 today? Dalen nods.
Damn, Umber really be ratting their ass out. That's sexy. Okay. And Virgil will just sit with his cup of tea and, not in a rush finish it, but definitely his focus is now, let's get going.
Is Jacques staying here? Okay. Before we leave, Keen will pull him aside.
What is it?
I was wondering if you could hold on to something for me.
Of course.
They're gonna pull out of their pocket the falcon stone.
He looks at it curiously, holds out his hand.
And Keen will just drop it into his palm.
He kind of flinches when it hits his palm.
Oh, shit. You might want to put that in a bag or something.
But, and as he's tucking into the little pouch at his side, what is it?
It's something very important that I don't want Nivane to know we have.
Okay.
It's the last bit of the falcon.
He ties the bag close. You can explain this to me when you get back.
Kid nods. Promise I will. And we will be safe. And you will be safe. And it's all good.
I love it when you try to be confident. You got this. Take it till you make it.
Everything will be fine.
Good job.
Thank you.
That is what I told myself this morning. Gives you a thumbs up.
Oh,
Oh, you don't have to take it so seriously. Sorry.
Yeah, everything. Kian just thumbs up. Everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine.
Everything will be
Yes.
fine.
That's what we call 2 red flags.
And just slowly back up. Everything will be fine.
Yes.
After that, Kian will run back a few seconds later and give Jacques a little kiss on the cheek.
Jacques catches Kian by the wrist and gives him just a quick kiss on the lips. And then a little wave. And a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
I think while this is happening, Ox will pull Wiley to the side and sort of motion of like, come down so I can whisper in your ear.
He does.
Can you keep an eye on Jacques while we're gone? He's been out of sorts, and I think he's coming to terms with some things. And if he had a friend, I think he'd feel better.
Wiley smiles and he nods. Yeah, of course I can. I think we're all a little out of sorts here, so, well, it's easier to be out of sorts together.
Yeah, I figure the two of you will keep an eye on each other while we're gone. Hopefully it won't be for long.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
You tend to be pretty good at getting yourself out of scrapes.
Yeah, I'm just worried about trying to get everybody out.
Wiley was already smiling, and it softens a bit. Well, listen, you got us looking out for you on the outside. These folks here, and he subtly gestures over to Dalen and Dimitri. They seem pretty capable. Something happens to all you, just sit tight and we'll figure something out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, things will be fine. If anybody can get us out, it'll be Dalen and Dimitri, I think.
Yeah, well, Jacques and I will probably just kind of be supporting them from the sidelines, but if we can do anything to help, we will.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind hearing a bit of music, if you don't mind playing.
No, I don't mind. And why they look around, and there are a couple cellos hanging on the wall on the opposite side, and there's a little sparkle in their eye, and they look to those. I was actually hoping to do some more playing, so...
Yeah, I'd like to hear more when I get back.
Yeah. Wiley hesitantly opens their arms for a hug. Questioningly.
I think Ox doesn't hesitate to give him a hug.
You get a big, warm Wiley hug. Yeah, they're an expert for sure. Like, strong and supportive, but like,
Yeah.
not overbearing. It lasts like a couple seconds, but like not an awkward amount of time. All right. Good luck out there.
Thanks. Good luck here.
Thank you. Anything else? Some gay boys?
No, we all kiss and wave and thumbs up.
We what?
Yeah.
If it's cool with Dana and Dimitri, I'm gonna leave the beans in the window.
Yeah, of course.
Cool. Yeah.
We disguise is on before we leave. Presumably.
They can provide uniforms for... They probably have... How many would they have laying around to help their friends? I think they have 3. Say they have 3. I don't know how many of you are putting them on.
Kian can just copy them.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Ox could copy with disguise self, so...
Henry's the only one who needs it.
Okay. Yeah. Then, Henry, you're provided with one of the school uniforms for first years, basically, at the Phoenix grounds. Not everyone wears uniforms, but it certainly gives you the energy of a young student here. They're simple, just like black trousers, waist high, a black button-down shirt, fairly high collar, and you are, like I said, not everyone wears uniforms. It's not strict. You know this as someone who grew up in Dawning. You can wear a cloak with this outfit and it wouldn't raise any alarms like, oh, that's not like to code or anything like that.
It's dawning, it's fucking cold.
Yeah, that too. It doesn't fit perfectly, but you know, you've got belts. You can tailor it up real fast.
Yeah. I'm imagining Henry as having like to tuck his tail like down one of the legs of the pants and just like wrap it around one leg.
A little uncomfy, but it works.
Yeah. Well, especially because it tends to like thrash around when he's upset or agitated, I guess.
Just looks like there's like a rat up your pant leg.
Is that a rat, or are you just excited to see me?
It's a rat.
Third option, it's my tail.
And no more options.
And you all head out?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
actually want to delay this for as long as possible.
Yeah, we know.
No.
I can tell.
Let's go.
Okay.
Virgil will lead the way through the dawning streets, and when we approach the grounds, we'll try and veer off into the wooded area to where the hole in the wall would be.
It's not like they're posted everywhere, but I think you do find wanted posters for yourself. Just a couple on your journey up the main street whenever you cross it, I guess. I assume you're kind of sticking to the sidelines here.
Yeah.
But you do have to cross the main street to get to the Phoenix grounds.
I will also cast, since Disguise Self isn't concentration, which of these do I want? Persuasion or Deception? They're both at a -1 right now. Which one should I boost?
Persuasion,
Okay.
right? Because we'll use that either way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we are aiming to do less lying, actually.
Okay. As we approach the grounds, Virgil will cast Borrowed Knowledge with Rowan's skills with diplomacy in mind, and get a boost to Persuasion.
No Jacques wanted posters?
Yeah, Kian, if you're on the lookout, you would see a wanted poster for Jock. Did you take it? Is that what that hand motion was?
Kian moves Jacques first and then takes it.
Okay.
Insane vibe.
And then one poster heavier, you make your way up to the Phoenix grounds. You know, they're essentially a circle, and half of that circle is surrounded by city. Buildings, shops, parks, gardens, but it's at the edge of the city of Dawning. So when Virgil starts to lead you around the grounds, around the semicircle, buildings begin to give way to less paved roads, more wild growing things to the sides than gardens and parks. And soon enough you are back within the woods, the pine trees of the Phoenix Island. There's no trail here. It's not the easiest walk. You have to do a little bit of climbing up small cliff sides, making your way over thin streams and creeks that wind down from the mountain. But Virgil knows the way and is able to lead you where he wishes to go.
Virgil kind of winds the fools. It seems almost aimless through this like thick woodland area, and eventually we come to a bit of a clearing, and there is a very clear watered pond in the center, ringed by small white flowers. It is not too much further ahead, and he will give it a glance as we go past and be very careful not to step on any of the flowers as he continues.
Does it feel like a haven? We're out of the oceans already, but is there an aura?
It's very pleasant. Pond is very clear. These little white flowers, if you take a closer look, they have 5 petals, kind of like forget-me-not. There are 7 blossoms on each one. They have this dark green, like almost black stem. You haven't seen them before. It's surrounded by pine trees, of course, and it does feel like there's almost a stronger scent of freshness in the air, of pine on the breeze. It feels magical, but I think it's, unless you investigate, it's impossible to tell if it's because there is an arcane aura here, or if it's just one of those natural spots that seems too beautiful to be natural, but it is.
I think Kian will, as they're wandering by, look into their reflection in the water.
Do you want to roll investigation, probably?
15. They still look like this elven woman that they decided to be when they entered Dawning. But they'll peer over, trying to follow suit and not step in any of the flowers, and look into the water's reflection.
Well, 2 things. One, as you make your way up to the pond, and you're trying not to step on any flowers, it does look like some of them have been trampled. like someone did come through here recently. You get to the water's edge and peer over. You see these tattered but cloud-like fluffy white wings behind you. You see the face of Kianlinos, or the falcon, looking back at you. When you blink, it blinks.
They'll look down at their hands real quick and okay, the disguise is there. Do you think that this is a haven?
What? Virgil like stops and turns around.
I mean, unless things have changed. Most of the time when I look at my reflection, what do you see when you look in the water?
What do I see, Dad? Father?
Despite everything, it's still you. Yeah, you see yourself looking back.
Is there still that weird little aura around the earring?
Like a sort of glow. You'd say so, yeah. Maybe more so than just the sunlight shining through it.
Huh. Hey, Henry, get over here.
Sure, what? He will look into... I mean, everybody's looking in this water, so...
You see you, Henry. Your gem is beneath your shirt, I assume. Is that true?
Yes.
But you can see it glowing there, as if you wore it above your cloak. When you look down, of course, there's nothing, just fabric. And back in the water, you can catch the glow.
And to clarify, is it that what we're seeing is individual, or can I also see, like, Kian's fucked up angel form in the
You
water?
can see what they see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
While they're doing this, Kier would like to examine those flowers and see if he can identify them.
Nature.
23.
This is an extinct flower that supposedly died off near the beginning of the downfall. It was not considered a magical plant. They are apparently, or were apparently, quite useful for making healing potions, but of course not necessary. That recipe has been revamped in the modern age, but it was much simpler apparently back then with these star flowers. And they were also quite pretty. And those were the two things of note about them that people lamented when they were lost.
Virgil, do you think you could grow these?
I mean, I don't grow a lot of things. I mean, the beans are the first thing that I have
Well,
grown.
you had some flowers before that, didn't you?
Dandelions, yeah, but those are easy. These have just sort of always been here.
Might as well try.
Well, it's just quite strange. They don't exist anywhere else, to my knowledge, anymore. They died out around the downfall.
That is news to me.
They're not exactly magical, but they are medicinal.
Okay.
But I suppose it would not be wise to disturb them.
Yeah, maybe after all of this, maybe I could come back and at least clean it up a bit. The ones that are trampled, does it look like someone ran through, or was it that, like, someone came up, fucked up the flowers, and, like, walked away?
It looks like someone came through here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can tell if they ran or walked or
Yeah.
were on just a little stroll, but
I wonder if maybe it's because of the water. If this has the same properties as a haven, maybe they only grow on a place like this.
I don't think this is gonna work. I'm gonna try it anyway.
You're gonna eat one?
No.
And cry some more?
No!
Give you $1.
No!
No.
Give you a gold coin.
these flowers that you know the name of that were noted for being medicinal. No, I'm not gonna eat that. No way.
No.
The random mushroom.
That was kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
I'll eat that for $1.
Thinking about how the mushrooms grow in havens around those waters, he's just gonna try and see if, like making the mushrooms grow, he can make the trampled flowers grow?
Roll a nature check again.
12.
Nothing happens, and almost apart from you, that makes you very sad.
What the fuck is up with these flowers?
Like you feel a little pain like in the pit of your stomach.
I mean, since we're like standing around for a minute, Virgil
Putting off the big meeting.
Virgil being Virgil will kneel down and see if there are any uprooted flowers that could possibly be like tucked back into the soil, or if there are some that are like gone, he will remove those to sort of tidy a bit and save what he can.
Something is up.
Is it like the one wearing Lowe's hat is the flowers and Lowe's the mushrooms? Something. I don't know. Okay, shit.
Can I try something stupid? Can I hold a hand over one of the more ruined patches and try and cast Healing Hands?
Magic glows around them. What color is your magic?
Yeah, it can be green. The shade of someone's eyes, perhaps.
These bright white petals turn to a deep green. When the light fades, they look much the same as before.
Strange.
I've got one more idea that's probably sillier than the last. Kurt will gently move some dirt away from the roots of one of the damaged one and try to extract it gently from the earth. And then he'll pull out one of his 6 vials of mercurial tears and sort of slip it into the vial as if he's trying to propagate the plant.
In your soul tears.
The limp, wilted petals don't suddenly revitalize, but you have it in your vial.
Yeah. I suppose I can't take it with me like this. I would probably come back here, right?
That's the spirit.
He'll just go back to that spot he uprooted the flower from and sort of nestle the vial so that it's upright in the dirt.
We'll keep heading onwards from here.
Yeah.
We'll head towards the Phoenix Grounds wall.
Again, it still feels like you were just walking through the woods and then suddenly there's a low wall in front of you. You're in the back of the back gardens, so it's fairly untrampled here. Eventually, you find yourself to the hole in the wall. Virgil, it is a bit bigger than last you saw it. Like more bricks have been removed.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I will peek my head through and see if the coast is clear.
Get a face full of dandelions and roll a perception check.
Okay. Can I stick Blossom through and have her do it?
Yeah.
Nice. Cat.
Oh yeah, she's a house cat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking bunny and I was just stuck right in front of Snack.
Yeah.
She's like, I am what I eat.
21.
There's a flicker of motion low to the ground that attracts Blossom's attention. Her eyes widen as she turns her head to the right, her ears forward.
Can I look through her eyes?
Right now you don't see anything, but she saw something vanish into the bushes that surround this little garden, if you can call it that.
I'll pop back out of her vision and ask her, what did you see? Can you share it?
She caught sight of a familiar little face.
Sunny?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who also caught sight of her and immediately hid behind a hydrangea bush.
Okay. It'll be fine. She won't rat us out. It's Sunny. She's great. She's cool. She's not a cop.
I just lure her away with a cute cat.
She hid from the cat. Oh, you're right. Let's be smart. I will pick Blossom up in my little hands and press my forehead to hers. Could you maybe go and lead Sunny off for a bit of a play date? I'll summon you back when I need you. Yeah?
She blinks slowly at you.
She's a bit shy, so be the cutest you can be. That's it. And I'll send her on her way.
And she trots through the hole in the wall, her tail up, swishing a little bit above the dandelions, and heads straight over to where she saw Sunny tuck herself away. Are you looking through?
Yeah, for the first couple minutes, I'm just gonna watch to make sure that she's not gonna just watch these freaks climb through the wall.
Yeah. Sunny is huddled there amongst these, it's not blooming yet, but there are these huge leaves that she's kind of hiding behind. And she's like crouched and staring determinedly at the hole in the wall. And when Blossom approaches, her tense posture does soften a bit. She looks at Blossom and back at the hole in the wall and back to Blossom and back to the hole in the wall and then to Blossom and starts to like pet her. And Blossom, does the thing that cats do where they like rub up against the person's legs and then like kind of goes behind her. And then Sunny turns around so she can keep petting her. And then Blossom like trots off a little further and then looks back and like meows over her shoulder.
Atta girl!
And her tail like, swishes a bit. And Sunny like glances back over her shoulder and then back at the cat and then goes like, and Blossom doesn't pay her any mind and just stands there with the tail switching. And
Oh, she's brilliant.
Sunny takes a couple steps forward and Blossom like wraps around her legs again and then takes a few steps forward and then gradually, with this pattern, draws Sunny away from the wall.
I'm so proud of her. Little genius.
She's perfect.
Okay. Virgil will go first, clambering through the hole in the wall. And he'll stand there and help the others through. And keep an eye.
As Ox climbs through, he'll glance at Virgil and say, you don't think this'll be like Enosh, do you?
Well, this isn't the border wall, so the chances are much lower, I would hope.
Yeah, it just feels a little...
Yeah.
It makes me nervous.
It's familiar.
Yeah.
Sunny knows. She's
Right.
keeping an eye out.
Yeah. She's waiting for Rowan to come back. I'm gonna cry.
The garden is mostly dandelions still, but you can see in one corner there is a patch of tilled earth with some very small sprouts growing out from it. They're at this point too little to really identify. Just small, 2 green leaves poking out from the soil. You'd also notice that the little memorial stones are gone. And besides that, garden seems to be faring as well as usual.
Oh, Errol. Okay, act normal, I guess. Like you're supposed to be here. I think that's how it works, is confidence.
I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah, that was at everyone else.
You can act confident.
Okay.
Kieran's gonna cast invisibility on himself. Just in case.
Alright. This way then.
What is Ox doing? You're disguising yourself, right? What do you look like?
Vaguely like Kirit of like the shape, the hair, but with a big mustache and like some beauty marks on his face and like some glasses.
So Ox is disguised as Kirit, dressed up like he's in disguise.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, what's Kirit's disguise?
Like an older human man with like dirty blonde hair and kind of ruddy skin. Looks like he's seen some labor in his life.
Nice. But right now you're invisible. So, the 4 of you, plus invisible Kirit, which makes sense because he's not supposed to be here anyways.
Hey.
Make your way to the garden proper. The beautiful, sort of half wild but too perfect to really be wild, curated gardens of the grounds. You find yourself onto some of the cobblestone paths that Virgil knows will turn into a properly paved path and then to the main courtyard on this 3rd tier. And you're just acting natural? Are you staying on the paths? What is your...
He'll stay on the paths and he'll pull out his journal to make it look like he's reading through notes and lead the gang.
Alright.
Oh god.
Would you guys make a group deception check, please?
Okay.
I'll have you all roll with advantage.
32.
32?
Shit.
3.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Oh,
Henry has proficiency and his charisma is higher, so he's 12.
12, okay.
Years old.
16.
16.
15.
15. What are you doing, Kian?
Yeah, like, what would Kian think is a student maneuver?
Yeah, you were like homeschool tutored.
Kian went to school. Kian's just leaning on Virgil's shoulder and just has like an aura of confidence and I belong here, like a book in a hand and just walking forward without looking like they're on a mission to go anywhere.
So you're giving the vibes to anyone who's watching that weird gay.
Yeah.
Got it.
The Claiborne clique makes their way through the grounds, sort of to the side, I assume, if you're heading to Navain's office, the general direction.
Yeah.
Past more of these gardens, you pass the smaller upper tier library, a couple of students mulling around outside. They do glance up when you pass by and quickly look away back to whatever it is their business may be. It's not unusual for there to be unfamiliar faces coming in and out of the Phoenix grounds. But at least one of you really seems like, you're right around here, so you're probably just a student they haven't met yet. Giving a tour or something.
Yeah, leaning
You're walking backwards, you're like, and
specifically on Virgil so that Virgil can lead the way while because
Smart.
Kian has no idea where the fuck they are right now.
And at least two, other students, it looks like you are not clocked as unusual. Navain's office, and we've said before, it is fairly isolated. So when you find yourself on the low hedge-lined path to Navain's office, there are no other students around. And you'll have to make your way up a small set of stone steps to reach the little miniature courtyard and garden that surrounds Navain's tower. And we're saying tower, it's small. It's just high up. It's not like Navain is at like the top of the 17th floor of like their private tower. It's a few floors tall.
As Kian's leaning on Virgil, I think Virgil will feel more of their weight as they look through Marigold's eyes and send her up to just see if there's any guards ahead.
Okay. Yeah, Marigold flies up, and yes, just over the rise of this little staircase, there's a pathway up to the door of a white brick building, fairly round in structure, and in the arched doorway, there's a guard standing.
Just the guard on the outside, I think. I think we've got this.
Okay, let's try and keep it quiet.
And Kian will instruct Marigold to stay outside. I'll summon you if I need you, okay? They'll walk as a group.
I know that you've got some,
Up.
fucky spells.
Yeah, I mean, if Dominate Person works,
Yeah.
we don't gotta do much
That's
else. It does go away, is the one problem.
How long?
Up to a minute.
Hmm.
But we can have them escort us to Navain's office, and once Navain sees us, it's like,
Probably fine.
yeah.
It'll be fine. We'll be fine. It'll be great.
Fine.
Kian's just gonna walk, kind of zoom a little bit to the front of the group, and walk with confidence as they enter the courtyard, and I'm sure catch attention of the guard at that point. Once they're within 60 feet, they're gonna cast Dominate Person. If I bite the guard also, there's a chance that they can be charmed by me.
Jesus.
That's true.
Have you been charming me?
No, I haven't. I mean...
What I know?
I mean, have I?
Not magically.
You tell me, have I been charming you?
No.
Only with their wiles.
The guard gets a 6.
There was a young guard who escorted you, Virgil
Yes,
Flores,
I know the one. Was
to
it?
Navain when you first tried to get him, as one might say.
Sure, we could put
Um,
it that way. Yeah, I remember her.
You see her standing there now, a little taller, clearly a little stronger than before.
But she's a dwarf.
Dwarfs can grow taller than they were in the past.
know.
She has this intense seriousness of someone who takes their job without a single speck of humor. And Kian, you just step up with the rest of the group,
Mm-hmm.
and you do cast on them.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they get a 6.
Okay.
Can you escort us to Navane's office, please?
She raises her hand with a salute and turns around and opens the door.
And we follow.
She leads you inside. You're in this sort of a lobby, essentially, with a staircase on either side. And she leads you up the left side. It's only 2 floors up. The building itself is fairly humble, simple in decor. Plenty of the round windows and archways of Dawning. And she stops in front of one of the doors.
Do we just fucking open it?
Do you knock?
We need her to join us, right?
So that she doesn't run away and grab a bunch of cards.
Virgil opens the door. He doesn't knock.
Yeah, you open the door to Navane's austere office. It's bright in here with the window in the back and to the sides, with both the light of the phoenix and the sun shining through. Navane is writing something focused fairly intensely. They don't look up when there's the slightest creak of the door. Sitting on the desk, kicking their legs, is a armored figure, this sort of mirror-like mask, and they do turn to you. And Aelin, with one half of their face sort of strange, like it's melting, beneath that mask you see a formless kind of gray, gasps as you all step in.
What was the vibe of the gasp? Like delight?
I can't tell what that is.
Yeah.
Navane looks up at that sound and looks to you all. I've been expecting you.
That makes things easy. Virgil will just drop the illusion.
Did you close the door behind you?
Yeah, he does. He doesn't look away from them. New friend?
Aelin grins. You can just see half of it on that gray side. Well, it's like I said. If Kian's not going to be my friend, then I'm going to find someone else. And we go back a while, right? And they look to Navane, and Navane gives this single nod.
I wasn't aware you were familiar.
They nod.
Good to see you again, Aelin.
Well, it's not good to see you. The guard shakes her head as the spell... It only lasts for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as the spell wears off. And immediately reaches for the sword at her side, and Navane holds up a hand. Leave us be. She looks shocked, and she catches sight of Virgil, who dropped the illusion. And there is a look of horror dawning on her face, but she immediately follows Navane's orders and steps outside. Where is Sterling?
I don't know. We actually came to have a conversation about some of the things that we have seen and done while we were away, if you have time. Can I insight check them?
Yeah.
Terrible. 6.
What are you trying to insight?
When they asked about Rowan, was it concern? Like, what was... Like, did they really think that Virgil would know? You know, like...
Navane's not really the type to say anything unnecessary.
Yeah.
So they probably at least had a reason to ask you that.
Yeah.
What they truly do or don't believe is unclear to you.
That's fair.
They just look at you for a long moment and then turn to Henry. Did you bring it?
You'll have to give me a refresher on it.
What the Phoenix asked for. What you found.
Beg your pardon, the Phoenix?
We're not here to discuss that. In fact, I don't know how much you've heard from Aelin here, but do you know anything about what the devil has been up to?
Aelin has stood up and they place their hands on their hips. And it's... I don't know if anyone but Kian has seen their armored form.
Mm-hmm.
When they didn't look like Kian. And Kian is familiar with this version of Aelin. They have just this full, beautiful, shining, like, reflective armor and a featureless, mirror-like mask. Normally it is whole, but now half of it is sort of falling away. I mean, they have this intimidating and now almost horrific kind of figure, but their posturing looks almost childlike or teenager-like.
How tall are they?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
They're about 7 feet tall.
Fuck.
As they, place a hand on their hip. And just take one step towards you. I've told them everything like I said I would. I said that you're working for the devil. 'Cause you are, right?
No, we're not.
What do you mean you're not?
You saw a deal. You didn't see us planning to backstab them the moment we got out.
But you made a deal.
Deals can be broken.
But they're not supposed to be broken. That's why you make them.
We're not going to break the world for the devil. And that's why we're here, actually. I don't think you and I have ever seen eye to eye, Navain, but despite your patron, I don't think that you want to watch the world burn either. I don't know their motives, the Phoenix. But the devil wants to tear the stars down, and they don't care how many lives it ruins in the process. I think that you do.
What are you suggesting?
I'm saying the 5 of us cannot fight the devil on our own. And you clearly want something from us. Something that we might be able to help you with.
Aelin steps between you and Navain. Well, what's going to make us think that you're not going to just turn on us? Maybe you're asking us these questions so that you can go back to the devil and tell them everything that happens here.
Would I fucking be here if I was lying? I'm wanted by just about everyone in this island. You know what I want. He is not here, so why would I be, if not for a good reason?
I haven't seen any of you do anything good.
I don't think you've been watching the whole time.
I've been watching a lot.
Did you know I was planning to give you something the next time I saw you? I don't think we ever got the chance. So this is a bit belated, but I think you are owed it. And he will pull out his sketchbook, flip through the pages to where there is a small, aged paper star that Jubilee Harp once gave Virgil. And he will hold it out to Aelin. I think you know who made this. You're one of the few left who know who made this. I think she would want you to have it. It doesn't make us friends. It doesn't have to, but you and I didn't meet on the best terms, and so I had hoped that maybe things wouldn't be so bad.
Aelin reaches out for the star. As they do so, you notice it almost looks like Kirit's tears in a way. Like more of these metallic parts of their armor are, it's like they're sloughing off slowly, gradually, dripping to the ground. They reach for the star and look at it in their hand. It almost looks like Kian's tattoo on their palm. And Aelin is quiet for a moment. Which is unusual for them. Before they crumple the star in their hand.
Fuck.
And look up to you. You don't see them pull a sword from anywhere, but now it is in their hand and they slash down at you.
Kian's gonna jump in the way.
Well, I was gonna have you all roll for initiative.
Yeah.
I would have been, yeah, we're right up on each other here.
It's this sudden motion. Kirit and Kian, the two of you are, I guess, hyper-aware, hyper-vigilant. Kirit, you're up first, and Kian is next.
Kirit is going to attempt to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on Aelin. They must make a wisdom saving throw. Also, his invisibility will drop
Okay.
at that point.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah, that'll save.
Kirit, this green-tinted shadow shoots up from your hands. It hits against Aelin's armor. And will you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
In return.
Oh, they're like a mirror.
Interesting. That makes sense. 23.
Does that save? I assume so.
Against my own
Against
spellcasting
Tasha's
DC? Yes.
The magic hits Aelin's armor and bounces back directly in the direction it came from, towards you. And you all watch Kirit's magic dissipate against him. You save, you just feel like this hint of a giggle you're able to suppress.
Frustrated, he's going to bonus action Rage and move adjacent to a boy, at least. at least one of these fools.
Hello.
Run up to Keen and Virgil.
That's my turn. They now have advantage on melee attacks while they're within 5 feet of me.
Okay, Keen.
Kian runs to kind of throw themselves in front of this pointed sword that's... Two things happen at once. They shout, "Despite all the fucking shit you've put me through, I don't actually want to fight you, not like this." And they're going to try to cast telekinesis on the sword and just grab it and throw it. Aelin has to make a strength check.
Kian's wimpy arms.
That's a 7.
It fails and the sword flies. I don't know, what's annoying and destructive? Like,
A lamp.
Doesn't Nevane have a
bouquet.
tapestry you could ruin?
Yeah, like just lodges into a painting or a tapestry in the wall.
Is it into a tapestry?
Yeah.
Noted. There is this patterned tapestry to the wall on your right. Nevane stands, and when the sword rips through the tapestry, there is like a ripple of emotion across their face. It's a richly colored, geometric patterned tapestry. Ox, it's your turn. Oh wait, was that your turn?
I don't think that this throwing the sword there was intentional. They are just like staring at anger at Aelin and trying to keep themselves in between their friends and Aelin.
Aelin does turn just their face to you as the empty hand starts to glow. "You ruined everything!" And they begin to raise their hand. And Ox.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Ox shoot. He's gonna shoot twice because he can shoot twice, but one of those shots is going to be a disarming shot at Aelin. It's a 24 to hit on the first one,
Okay.
and a 25 to hit on the second one.
Those both hit.
Fuck yeah. I expend a grip point. It's 8 points of damage on the first one. Oh, and also Aelin has to make, creature takes damage and must succeed a strength saving throw or drop one held object.
You know, I think normally I would make this just not work because they're about to do something magic, but they got a natural 1. So I think how this works is when your shot hits them, you hit them like in that hand that was starting to glow, and the like force of it drives their hand forward, and that glow like vanishes as if extinguished. And then you had 2 shots, right?
Second round of damage for that. 11 points of damage.
11. They let out this sound that Keen, you have never heard from them. This awful, low kind of yell. And their voice no longer sounds much like yours. Henry, it's your turn.
Look them up. Is Nevane like still trying to get work done?
Are you trying to figure out what Nevane is doing?
I'm curious.
Nevane stood up. I think it was hard for you to tell if they were going to leap into action or if they were alarmed or like what exactly was happening, but it's not like they're ignoring what's happening. They did get distracted by the rip in the tapestry.
I think I know who made it.
I think you know too.
I think I do know. That's why their face did a thing. Cool. When a woman haunts your narrative.
Yeah, that was Nika, right?
Yeah. I think so. Listen, what can't mending fix?
A broken heart?
Yeah, actually, fuck it. We'll start by attempting an insight check on Nevane.
Okay.
13.
What are you insight checking?
Do they seem annoyed by Aelin's outburst?
They don't seem annoyed. They seem alert, I think is the best that you can get from them. It appears like they might jump into action.
Upon seeing Nevane undecided and Kian before Virgil as defender and Aelin now double disarmed, perhaps also thinking of other Celestials that have been fought in the past, Henry is similarly undecided as I am and hesitates in this action caught up beside Virgil, far enough away to not be within melee range of Aelin, but more watching Nevane.
Are you gonna hold your action for something?
Yeah.
What are you holding it for?
If Aelin takes a step or moves away from the zone, I guess, that Henry's on, then Henry would go around them in Nevane's desk. Non-threateningly. I should specify.
Non-threateningly. Okay.
Yeah.
Henry hesitates. Next up is Aelin, and Aelin looks back to over their shoulder to Navain. I think what I'll do, because I want Ox's thing to have an effect that technically, like, a magical weapon is a magical weapon. They're going to have disadvantage on their attack as they have to kind of re-summon it. So that glow sort of picks up again as they glint over their shoulder at Navain and say, "Help me!" And swing towards Virgil.
He throws up an arm instinctively, and an icy blue shield will come up between him and Aelin.
Okay. That's an 11 to hit.
That will shatter against the shield.
They can attack so many times.
Great!
That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
8 points of slashing damage and 8 points of radiant damage.
Which I am resistant to.
Oh, wait.
So 8 and 4.
Then the next one is a 19 to hit.
That just hits.
That is 8 points again of slashing damage and... Keep rolling the same number, I promise. I'm not cheating. 8 points again of radiant damage, but reduced to 4.
Okay.
And then they slash down again, and it just clangs against your shield. Armor continues to like melt and drip off of their face with each attack that they make. I think Henry, you are paying attention to Navain. You can. They're emoting slightly because they're Navain. But when Aelin turns back to ask for their help and continues to attack, there's this straightening of their posture, and they reach for the sword on their desk, and they're just glaring at Aelin. Virgil, it's your turn.
He throws the magic shield to the side and draws his blade. Are you fucking kidding me? You loved her. You protected us with her. She loved you. And he will swing at their legs to try and knock them off their feet. I know it's not a traditional attack, but he's just trying to knock them prone.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. So.
Advantage.
Oh, shit. Thanks, babe. Mwah. That's a 22.
Okay, that's an 11.
And he will slam a flaming sword down into the floor beside their head and like plant a foot on their chest and pin them. Grow the fuck up. You don't have to. You can be pissed at me, but don't disrespect her memory.
They just squirm underneath your feet and try to get their way out from beneath you. They don't flinch when your sword slams down beside them. Though their face is featureless, it's not emotionless. They are glaring up at you, Virgil. Next up is Navain.
No.
Who actually got a natural 20 also in initiative.
You bitch.
How many of us got natural?
3.
That's crazy.
Everyone was ready to fucking fight Aelin.
You guys, I would love to roll a natural 20.
Navain steps up from behind their desk and up to Aelin, who's prone, so they're going to have advantage on their attack.
Oh, I had a suspicion.
They swing down with their sword, and wow, they add a lot. So that is going to hit.
I think seeing their sword come down, Virgil instinctively crouches again beneath the shield, thinking it's meant for him.
And it flies right by you, Virgil. Slams a little to the side of yours, which you put in the ground, and through Aelin's chest. And they let out again one of those loud, low sort of screams. The look of anger turns to one of fear as their gaze moves to Navain. Tears start to stream down their face.
I don't know.
They're just a child.
I know.
Just a child who's really fucked up.
Kira, it's your turn.
Historically, we're really great with kids as a group.
I mean, I don't have to attack. Guys, are we doing the Phoenix again? Not the
Are we
Phoenix.
what?
Are we doing the Falcon again?
I don't know what Kian's doing the next turn, but
Where am I going? Kirit will just help Virgil hold Aelin down.
I would like Navain to make a contested strength check.
Yeah, that's really bad. That's a 9.
Okay.
No,
There's-
that's a 7.
Their sword is just glued in place. It's glued to their side, and Kian looks down at Aelin. What the fuck happened to you? This isn't... You're not filled with hatred. Where's your love for the world? It doesn't have to go like this. But I think you know what's going to happen if you don't back down.
What do you mean what happened to me?
I know I ruined things, but I didn't ruin everything. I tried to fix it, and you asked me to do the one fucking thing I will never do.
As you're talking, they're still trying to squirm their way out from beneath Curate and Virgil's hold on them. Their eye is locked to you, but they're still trying to escape.
I miss the friend that I had before this all went down. Don't think they're there anymore.
That half of their mouth smiles humorlessly. Your friend hasn't been there for a long time, Kian. And they look from you to Navain. You said you would help me now! Now! And Navain, you can see the tension in their hand as they're trying to pull it from where it is, but they just have that same ardent expression on their face, glaring down at Aelin. And Aelin continues to fight back. Ox, it's your turn.
I think Ox will hold his action. He's still at the back of the group, and his eyes are watching Navain. If Navain makes a move to make an action, then Ox will take his action.
Okay. Henry.
Nobody wants to be that guy.
Nobody wants to shoot first.
I was that guy once. It sucks. It feels really bad.
I was going to say, already been there. I don't... suppose I'm just confused. Navain? Why do you want Aelin dead? Care to elaborate?
Navain does glance over to you briefly, Henry. I do what must be done. It is Aelin's turn. Aelin is going to try to escape.
Okay.
So that's contested strength
Okay.
against both of you.
21.
6.
Okay.
I got us, boo.
You, Kira, are holding down sort of one shoulder, and they manage to basically wrench that arm free, but Virgil is still holding on fairly strong, and they're not quite able to get out. They swing wildly with that arm, Kira. Their summoned weapon again appears and slashes up at you, and you take 10 piercing damage and 7 radiant damage. They slash at you again, 6 slashing, 2 radiant, and then one more time just kind of flailing. They go for you again, and that time again they miss. These are desperate slashes around them. Virgil, you easily are dodging out of the way of these, and it's your turn.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't know if this will work. He'll reach down and attempt to freeze Aelin in place. His nose starts bleeding as the blood curse attempts to take hold, and I will amplify this one. 3, and I think that's a strength save.
That is a 19.
Yeah, that succeeds. Given that doesn't work, he'll just wipe the blood from his face, and he'll just continue to hold them down. Oh, God. You loved her, didn't you? Didn't you? You loved her. Or was that fake?
I did.
And you think she would want you to do this?
I don't know.
Well, I do. And he'll step back off of them and let them up, if they so choose. She wouldn't fucking want you to do this. She loved us, and she loved the world. And she loved you. You know that.
They remain on the ground for a moment, looking at you, that one tearful eye, wide and disbelieving. Is Navain's sword just permanently frozen in the air?
I think it's until the beginning of my next turn, through Navain's turn.
Okay. They let go. And they look over to Virgil, and just over Virgil's shoulder to Kian. You want them to go. We could end this here.
I don't fucking know.
Decide.
And what exactly? You think conflict ends with a life?
No.
So you know then that this solves nothing?
Aelin starts to stand up, and Navain turns to them. Go. But you said that you go. Virgil and Kian,
Mm-hmm.
will you roll persuasion?
I have a bonus! Ha ha! 30-20.
30.
Aelin looks to Navain. But you promised! And Navain just stands there.
Aelin, if you don't go now, you're going to be forced to end this.
And they vanish. Naveen stares at the spot where they disappeared, and then whirls around to the rest of you. You're going to regret that. One life means more than you know.
I'm well aware. Can we have a civilized conversation now?
They reach for their sword. Is it still frozen?
I'm thinking. Kian's gonna decide to be trusting and let it be taken.
They take it from its place in the air as if they're just picking it up from a rack on the wall and sheath it.
Virgil will let the flames on his sword die and sheath it. And he will walk over to the tapestry and see if he can mend it. Yeah.
Is there a sword still there, or did it go?
It vanished. You hear them sigh. You understand that they hate you.
Yes.
You understand that is significant for a celestial, yes?
I understand. But we loved each other once. We cared about each other once.
Celestials do not love.
They wanted to learn how. And I think they got pretty close at it.
They walk back behind their desk. Set the sword down.
What did you promise them?
I promised I would help them kill you.
Did you mean it?
No.
But... Sorry.
For what?
Nothing, really.
None of you understand the significance of your actions. You cannot afford to be kind for the sake of it.
I don't want to fucking live in a world that isn't kind.
But if you are blindly kind like this, you will do nothing. You will waste the potential that you have. You say you've made a deal with the devil, and then you walk in here and expect to turn around on them. These things are not so easy. You think you can do anything, go anywhere. Where are you heading? They look to Kian. Where the winds take you? And there's this flash on their face. They almost look like they're pleading, just for a second, before it goes away. Do you understand? The wind has no power anymore. It is a mere inconvenience to the Guardians, the devil, and to the Phoenix. Do you understand? This is not a game. You do not control the pieces. You cannot afford to be kind. You should have killed them.
I don't think that I want to hear about your perception on kindness. You don't even know what devotion is.
Maybe we're all getting off on the wrong foot here. Listen, I'm sure Aelin told you a lot of things with a specific flavour to them. Why don't we fill in some gaps from our perspective, and then we move forward from there?
What is it that you have to say? Can we roll an insight check, please?
I rolled another fucking nat one. Like, you know, when a DM tells you to roll
An insight
like
check. I feel like it's a big one.
good time to use inspiration, so I'm going to... I don't love that I rolled a 13 on the dice, which I think is a 12.
With a 12, like during this conversation, like once in a while, they continue to flash a glance your way.
Guys, I'm so confused.
To win?
I know, I'm really...
And their attention turns back to Henry.
I suppose we could start off with the devil deal business. I'm sure Aelin told you, or made something up, I should really say, the nature of that.
Yes.
So you know why we were supposed to be here?
Yes.
Care to elaborate?
To take the Phoenix.
What do you think about that?
What do you mean?
You're living in its cage, aren't you? It's the whole reason you tried to broker a deal with us.
It is a safe cage. That is what the Guardians do.
But you want out. Don't you? That's why you pushed the Shepherd's program?
I do what the Phoenix asks of me.
And it was the Phoenix, wasn't it?
What?
The Shepherds. Us. It came from the Phoenix, didn't it? You didn't know.
They nod. Glance again to Kian, back to Virgil.
Is it your reflection? The Phoenix? Or are you its reflection?
I don't understand.
Aelin didn't tell you everything.
How do you know that saying?
What?
Where are you heading?
Roll another. I'm gonna have this be perception. Roll a perception check.
Ooh, it's 11.
They lean both hands like against the desk and give you this like piercing look. Read it somewhere. And you see they're absent-mindedly tracing a shape with their finger on the surface of the desk, which stands out as they generally stand very still. And it's this kind of like circular swirling motion.
Is it because the Phoenix is watching?
Yeah.
There's some stuff going
And their
on.
attention turns back to Virgil. I don't need the details of your story. I need you, Mr. Goodlove, to give me the research you discovered as ordered.
Unfortunately, I think you're terribly mistaken. That wasn't the Phoenix.
It was.
Remind me, did Henry share this with
No,
the group?
Nope.
we have no idea what the...
But you're just going to have to prove it to me then.
Over your shoulder,
Why would you say that?
you hear, "What proof do you need? You did not request a name, and no name was given."
All right, then how about this? How did you know? Unless you don't. I mean, There's a brief moment where Henry has a recollection of assorted conversations that may or may not be related, unironically. I don't think I've told you anything about certain deals I made with certain Fae that are not curse related. So I don't know because that was definitely how that conversation started off.
The research, Mr. Goodlove.
No research until you answer that question. You can't just roll around like you're stalking me or putting, I don't know, scrying spells in my parents' bathhouse and then think you can just get away with it.
I am not scrying on your parents.
But you are still avoiding the question.
Can we hear?
No. Naveen is just staring at Henry.
What is happening?
She's like intently like staring at Devane, staring at Henry with like hand on gun, like
But
ready.
Henry's talking out loud.
Yes.
Yeah.
Henry's talking on that.
What the fuck is happening?
It's a 10-minute phone conversation.
Henry? Are you alright?
Maybe you could talk to the class. Naveen, Phoenix, whatever the hell you want.
Mr. Goodlove made a deal some time ago and owes the Phoenix a favor.
Is that true?
But there's no... It wasn't a phoenix. There's no way it could have been a phoenix. I wasn't anywhere near dawning.
You were near the ley line.
That's not...
What deal, Henry?
And, Henry gestures to himself as if that clears it up.
You've got a lot of deals going on. That doesn't clarify anything.
We can go into the details about him later. I don't want to get in front of Navain. I don't care if they already know.
The research, Mr. Goodlove. And then we can talk.
If the Phoenix wants the same thing as the devil, you don't know what that will do to the world, do you?
The research.
Can I roll an insight check? Obviously they're irritated, but are they unhappily doing the bidding of the Phoenix in this moment? That is a 19.
I think what you are managing to catch are these, were those looks to Kian that had a hint of desperation in them. When they address Henry and, repeat that they just need this research, they don't even really seem irritated. Maybe a little rushed or impatient, but I don't think you can tell why.
Do they need the research to, distract the Phoenix away? So
I don't think so. They're on a leash.
And if I don't...
Then this conversation is over, and your deal is null.
What research, Henry?
What, the shit we found? All of it.
Henry nods.
The shit that broke the world.
If your wish is to turn on the devil and work with the Phoenix, then you must share your findings with them.
Is there a fucking difference? Because the Phoenix and the devil and all of their scientist friends caused the downfall and fucked everything. Is there a difference? Do you know what the Phoenix wants?
Yes.
What is it they want?
I need you to hand over the research, Mr. Goodlove, and then we can talk.
Kian saw Navain trace the wind symbol. They're going to take 2 instruments out of their bag of holding and hold out the bag of holding to Henry. Because it... Actually, yeah, I guess I do have telepathy now. I think they want the same things that we do, even if the Phoenix doesn't.
Henry takes a breath, and perhaps because he's still a little bitch about it, proceeds, while Kian is holding this bag, to take out the research one at a time to place on the ground.
What about the machine?
That's the last part to get shaken out of the bag, unceremoniously.
Navain watches as finally, with a loud clank, the machine falls out of the bag, crushing some of the paper. Navain takes a seat. Let's talk. And that's where we'll end our session for tonight.
You mean we have to start next session immediately talking to the scariest bitch around?
Laying rails and stakes and wood. You've been building up a railroad like it'll do you any good. When that train is on the tracks, we can put all this at our backs.
I want to know what the hell. They're probably the original wind.
Maybe. I could see that.
Lachlan was like, yeah, I started the winds. He didn't. He really didn't.
Do you think I read it somewhere was a location hint or just a
I don't know. Yeah, I caught that too.
saying something deflective?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it was both.
So, where do you
Navain loves to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TM.
To say like
Yeah.
20 things in like one vague sentence, and because we don't have context,
And
we
it's
don't
like,
get any of
I
it.
love how covert you're being. I'm too stupid. But the problem is, we're a bunch of fools.
I get that your big flaming bird dad is like watching you, but like we're dumb and you need to
Is
be a
there
little
some
more
way we can
transparent.
talk where Bird can't hear?
Oh, Aylin, I know that we probably should have killed you, but that would have felt so bad.
Wonderful.
No.
But we maybe
Could you
could have
grab my
brought
cards
somebody
up by your
back.
foot, please?
I don't know, if somebody else had made any more attacks, I think I would have had Ian try to finish it.
Whoa.
That's the vibe. But once we got to talking, God, Aylin could fuck Shock up so easily right now.